Hi, welcome to another edition of 2020 Vision. I'm here with Shayla. She's going to tell us about her wonderful company.
All right, so my company is Shaylaryn Boutique. We are a boutique that offers eyewear such as sunglasses. We are now starting to offer swimwear, and we have purses.
Well, that's amazing. So, how did you get started with your company and your business? Where'd your idea come from?
So actually, I've always been a person that loved owning something of my own and doing my own thing. It started from when I got into travel and having my own travel agency. I just always had 1,000,001 glasses when I went to pack my suitcase. And I was like, hey girl, you should definitely start selling your own glasses and doing your own thing with that. So that's one of the ways how it got started.
Okay, and can we jump back into the travel agency? So you owned your own travel agency. Did you set up trips, or what was kind of your process in doing that?
Yeah, so I have my own travel agency. You can book with me. I got started because somebody in my family recommended it for me because
Right.
I was traveling, and they were like, girl, why don't you get paid to travel? So I was like, okay, perfect. And that's how that got started. I do group bookings, international, domestic, buses, trains.
So kind of that entrepreneurial spirit was always within you. You always felt like you got to own your craft, whatever you're in.
Definitely.
And how have you enjoyed the journey so far?
I love it. I love just making my own hours, I guess, because I'm a full-time entrepreneur now. So I love making my own hours. I love putting myself out there and trying to get myself comfortable with talking to people
Okay.
and networking.
Has networking kind of been a big key when it comes to acquiring different customers? Do you do a lot of social media? What's kind of your base and how you kind of get people to your brand?
So definitely social media is one of the main aspects that helps with the networking aspect and drawing people in. But also I recently started doing vendor events.
Okay.
So that is a really good way to get people used to your face and definitely used to your logo that haven't seen it.
All right. I would say it's probably a big thing, being able to put a face to the brand. It's a lot more relatable.
Yeah.
So tell us more about some of the vendor events that you've done so far.
So actually February last month I vended at SBNO, which is a huge event in Hartford, Connecticut, and it was just an amazing experience. I had complete butterflies in my stomach just setting up and just getting there and going there.
Right.
But when I got there, it was amazing. I was just glowing and just happy to be a part of something so grand and just happy to sell my products in.
Was that your first event, or have you done more, done any prior to
So
the last one?
that was actually my second event.
Okay.
My first event was at a photo booth event, which one of the girls in Connecticut, she has her own event where they take pictures,
Right.
photographers come and stuff like that. So that's how I originally got started then.
Okay. So you kind of made that connection. She got you in. That's perfect. How about leadership-wise? Do you have anybody you lean on, business aspect, to kind of grow your company, or?
So right now I'm a solopreneur, but I have people in the community that definitely try to assist me where I can or where I need help.
Okay.
They're definitely like the person pushing you to do more.
Right. Which is good, because you might not necessarily have that single person, but that community is kind of where you're going to build your base.
Exactly.
Once you got the backing of the community, it's even easier to grow.
Yes.
So that's definitely great as well. So what's as an entrepreneur or solopreneur, did you coin that yourself, or?
No, I actually heard somebody say that, and I was like, that's perfect. I need to start saying it because it makes so much sense, and people need to know, like, you do it by yourself for the most part.
It's a hard road, but I mean, once you're able to make your own hours, create your own success, it's a whole different life you're living at that point.
Exactly. It's amazing.
What are some of the pitfalls you ran into thus far with owning your own company?
So it's a lot of energy, but it's well worth it. Right now I'm trying to specifically get my name on packaging, like my personal packaging.
Okay.
And that's something that I spent hours like researching how to do this, what's the best way to do this. And that's one of the ways that definitely I was struggling with that.
Okay.
Still kind of tweaking it, but you live and you learn.
That's true. I mean, each step you take, you're going to learn something in that process, whether that be a failure or a setback. You can kind of take that moving forward. So I see that you have your line for females. Do you have any male products as well that you're going?
So the eyewear, the glasses, men can wear most of my shades as well.
Okay.
And I always kind of push them to understand that, because some like, is this unisex? I'm like, yes, you can wear it. As long as you can rock it, you can wear it. And with the swimwear, I'm trying to start a line for the males as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then in order to kind of introduce the male audience as well, is that through social media, or do you get your base and kind of have them like, hey, just try these on? And do you give out like samples, or how you're trying to like touch a different area?
So I do give out samples to individuals.
Okay.
But mostly I kind of just see where my demographic, where the people that like my product are going with the style, and then I post it on social media like, hey, how's this? And so
Yeah. Okay.
question my audience.
All right, so we're back. So now I kind of want to go into your long-term goals. What are some of the things that you have in the future that you're trying to accomplish with your company?
So long term, I want my company to be known not just in Connecticut, but definitely in other states, hopefully end up being worldwide. And I want to, for my glasses, I want to end up incorporating my name onto them.
Okay. So you want to become a brand, like a lifestyle, versus just being a product.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if you have that sort of vision to it, and then you can find your niche market, I think you'll just like explode onto the scene.
That's what I'm hoping. Definitely hoping, yeah.
Do you have any role models that you kind of follow after, or like seek counsel in, or anything like that?
So definitely one of my role models is my sister. She's kind of like my advisor. She's definitely one of the people that helps in some of my decision making.
Okay.
And then also for like known people that would be a role model, I definitely Rihanna. Rihanna's my role model. I want to have a empire like Rihanna.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be as big right now. We're just hoping to have something compared.
Why not? You could be as big, if not bigger, you know?
That's
Depending
true.
on how you build it up.
That's true.
So pivoting off of that, what's success look like for you?
So success for me personally, I just want to push the boundaries. I want to push myself. I want to push my brand. I want to be a name that is talked about.
Okay.
Like, oh, you remember Shaylaryn? I have those glasses over there. I have her purse. Yeah, she's amazing. Stuff like that.
All right, that's dope. So do you have any way of like a third-party vendor that you work with, or do you self-ship?
So I self-ship. I use USPS. They're just about the cheapest I can find.
Okay.
And I use their flat rate boxes, or even with the sunglasses, you do like the postage because they're so lightweight.
Right.
You don't need to pay $7.95 or whatever it is for the flat rate shipping.
All right, I mean, if you can master that, then like the sky's the limit, because there's a lot of people that use the third party because they don't want to deal with the hassle. So for multiple people, and is that kind of create a challenge in itself, trying to get that product to the people?
So I feel like it does get overwhelming sometimes, but you definitely have to kind of just like breathe through it, and it's kind of easy. I want to eventually get the label printer.
Right.
That would take a lot of ease off of it.
Okay. And then personal keys to success. What would those be for you?
Personal keys for success. Definitely for me, I feel like always being myself is a key. Because, I don't know. A personal key is always holding yourself to the utmost high, always aiming for the top
Okay.
is definitely a key. And a key for me is also I pray daily, and some people don't like to talk about that, but I definitely try to pray, and I put God first with everything, and
Okay.
that keeps me together.
All right. All right, so just jumping back into it. So what's some advice you'd have for your younger self?
Some advice I would have for my younger self is definitely don't be afraid. If you have a vision, go for it. Push yourself and keep on striving for success. Keep on testing the boundaries, honestly.
Okay. So do you have any events in life that have kind of shaped the person you've become?
I don't know if it's okay. Events in life that shaped the person I became.
Some people will have, when it comes to ownership, they'll have like either an overbearing boss or like they'll have, circumstances in school where either the classwork wasn't up to par and then they push themselves further, or you got the kids that may have, had some trouble with other students and that kind of built their voice. Maybe an event like that, or
So I feel like it was always me wanting to do something different and wanting to I feel like it was always me. It was me personally. I don't feel like it was anybody else per se.
okay.
I feel like I just wanted to, like I said kind of before, I wanted to test my own boundaries. I know I was built for greatness, and I just wanted to figure out what my greatness was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just needed to find a destination on where to channel it to.
Exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't channeling it in the right things, but I'm
Back on track now.
exactly.
Got you. All right, that was perfect. So I definitely appreciate you sitting down with me today. It was a phenomenal interview. I feel like I learned a lot.
I liked it. I love this interview.
All right, perfect. So we'll put that up and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks.